Robert Redford. The iconic American actor, director and visionary is known for his timeless on-screen performances and his extraordinary contributions to film and art. Rising to fame in the 1960s with standout roles in films like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Sting, Redford's talent and charisma captivated audiences worldwide. Not only did he gain widespread acclaim, but his success also led him to amass a net worth that's been estimated at around $200 million. However, his journey extends beyond the silver screen, as his passion for creativity and the environment inspired him to establish a sanctuary for art and nature, Sundance. Sundance Resort, nestled in the rugged mountains of Utah, is a place where, as Redford says, old and new, lush and spare, sophisticated and primitive come together to create something beautiful. Over the last 2 decades, Redford has developed Sundance as more than just a ski resort. It's a thriving community dedicated to the arts. The Sundance Institute screening room, designed by architects Bakken, Arrigoni and Ross, embodies this spirit. With its humble Hansel and Gretel cottage exterior, visitors enter expecting simplicity but are surprised to find a state-of-the-art theatre inside. Of course, Redford had a connection to the semi-wilderness long before he ever owned a part of it. Passing through this Utah canyon on his way home to Los Angeles, he found himself repeatedly returning to camp here. He once said, "I've always had a visceral sense of place, and I know instinctively where I feel at home." It was this sense of belonging that led him to acquire land here, starting with just 2 modest acres in 1961, and he gradually grew that property to establish what we now know as Sundance. Redford carries the same respect and love of nature to his own house on the property. Outside his home, a pavilion overlooks a landscape that, in Redford's words, evokes the vastness of Africa. Here, Redford's love for the natural world and Native American culture comes to life. He compares the property to an upturned palm, a natural setting with alpine meadows, glacial rock, and a sense of grandeur. His private collection on the Pavilion includes artifacts like a Tisnos Post rug from 1900, a 1920s Navajo diamond pattern rug, and a Lukachukai Yei rug from the 1950s, which add a deep historical resonance to his residence. Redford calls his home an environment for his collection, a space that respects the art within it but never attempts to be a museum. His collection of over 600 Native American artifacts includes items like arrowheads, Navajo rugs, and Anasazi pottery, symbols of his private explorations across places like Chaco Canyon. He describes his collection as a constant reminder that everything is sacred and nothing is sacred, reflecting his philosophy that life is about risk and discovery. Inside Redford's home, history continues to be cherished and displayed. An antique case holds potsherds and arrowheads, treasures from a time long past. One prehistoric tool was even uncovered when the house's foundations were being dug, a personal piece of history unearthed right on the property. The assistant curator of his collection fondly notes that Redford's eclectic taste is a reminder of his deep respect for both history and humour. Redford's collection isn't limited to artifacts alone. He's also an admirer of contemporary Native American art. A painting by Fritz Golder graces his entrance hall, paired with a Plains Indian bow and wooden arrows, a Navajo wedding basket, and Stan Johnson sculpture, Hoop Dancer, that adorns the stairway, a vivid testament to his appreciation for indigenous culture and art. It's easy to see why Redford, who describes himself as a caretaker rather than a possessor, feels so deeply connected to this place. Redford's commitment to preserving nature is reflected in the resort's rustic cottages. Architect John Shirley, based in Salt Lake City, followed Redford's vision to minimize visual impact, allowing the cottages to bend seamlessly into the hillside while maintaining their surrounding vegetation. To respect the natural surroundings, the cottages were designed to be small on buildings and big on ideas. Every detail in Sundance was thoughtfully curated to respect the natural surroundings. Interior designers Mary Whitesides and Nancy Maynard carried this rustic theme into the guest cottages, creating a cozy yet authentic atmosphere. The headboards even feature relief carvings of thunderbirds, a nod to Native American symbolism. Redford's reverence for Utah's heritage is reflected in sepia-toned vintage photographs of the area, which can be found throughout the cottages. These images evoke a sense of timelessness, paying tribute to the land and its history. In a simple garden shed, Redford's passion for nature is evident. Wildflowers gathered on his mountain rides dry in this quiet space before being arranged throughout his home, cottages and public areas, bringing a bit of the outdoors inside. These small but meaningful acts bring nature into everyday life at Sundance just as Redford intended. Beyond personal spaces, Sundance's facilities serve as a haven for aspiring artists. The screening room is just one of the many resources available for attendees of Sundance Institute's performing arts programs. Here, talents from all over can develop their craft in a setting designed to inspire. The 1,100 square foot lobby features stone floors, a fireplace, and sliding glass doors that open into a lawn overlooking the waterfall and pond. The space is also used for events or private movie nights. The Tree Room is another public space where Redford's collections are displayed. This cozy restaurant boasts a large Navajo weaving from the Pinyon area, circa 1930, which spans an entire wall. To its left hangs a carrot gathering basket from the early 20th century, while other baskets and carvings from various cultures add to the room's warmth and cultural depth. These unique pieces have found a natural home at Sundance, bringing culture and artistry together in this intimate public space. The unique restaurant serves award-winning cuisine, while its customers can enjoy the view of nature outside thanks to the natural lighting and large windows. It's said to be especially magical with the changing of seasons. Now, it was in 1980 that Redford finally brought the establishment of the Sundance Institute together with his vision for a community of artists. The resort's earnings support the arts, allowing for unique experiments and projects to thrive. Redford says the greatest luxury an artist gets at the Sundance Institute is the freedom to fail, providing an incubator for creativity without restriction. As part of the Institute's programs, artists from across disciplines, screenwriters, directors, choreographers and musicians come together to collaborate and learn. The Sundance Rehearsal Hall, designed by Bakken, Aragoni and Ross, serves as a versatile space for everything from dance rehearsals to conferences. Here, the artistic journey continues, watched over by Morning Prayer, a powerful piece by Apache artist Alan Hauser that captures the reverence and introspective spirit Redford has cultivated throughout Sundance. Obviously, something that comes to mind when thinking of Sundance is the famous Sundance Film Festival, which is the largest independent film festival in the United States. Since 1985, hundreds of films which have launched at the festival have gone on to gain critical acclaim and reach audiences around the world. Some of these films include Heathers, The Usual Suspects, Reservoir Dogs, and Four Weddings and a Funeral. From humble beginnings to Hollywood stardom, Robert Redford has made a lasting impact, not just in film, but in fostering a community where art and nature thrive together. Sundance isn't just a resort, it's a living testament to Redford's vision and his unwavering dedication to preserving beauty and inspiring creativity. For Redford, Sundance is a labour of love, a community he nurtures as both an artist and a protector of nature. To develop without development, this was his goal, and it continues to shape Sundance's legacy. Although Redford has recently sold the resort, Redford's reverence for this land is shared by every visitor who experiences this extraordinary place. He said that he'd been searching for years for the right people to take it to the next level, so that he could take the weight off his shoulders and enjoy the rest of his life. The new owners are as committed to Redford's policies of responsible development and land preservation as this was the most important aspect of a sale for him. He's still often seen at the resort and continues to enjoy all he's built. I think we can all agree that he deserves a peaceful retirement. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we explore more of the iconic homes and sanctuaries of legendary figures.